Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We are back in Transport Fever 2 and we're off to a pretty good start. I think we're making some money. So let me go ahead and hit play. We'll go double speed for a while. And this episode, I think, well, let's talk about last episode real quick. Last episode, we continued to balance out our tools production chain here, making sure we've got enough trucks. Primarily on the wood, that's been our main issue, is just having this being overloaded. You can see we've got a ton of trucks on that line now. And we're at the lowest technology tier. I've got technology, the date speed set to 1/4 of normal. We'll stick with that for a while, and then we may up it. We'll see. So we've been spending a little time last episode keeping that balanced. And then we've started our fuel production line, and there's a few steps to that. Taking the crude oil over to the oil refinery to get regular oil, and then that oil goes to a fuel refinery to get us fuel, and then into town. So that's kind of in its infancy. We've done a little bit of balancing. We have issues here to keep on top of, but we'll touch on that. We added some trucks towards the end of last episode. We'll do more. We've been making money. Our balance is going up, and we've managed not to go any further in debt than the, what is it, 2.5 million that we already are in debt. Now, this episode, we were thinking of doing the transit within town, like to move people mover, passenger transportation. And we can see, we saw a couple things. We've got this destination display when we go into the city view or details sheets here, whatever. And then we've got 288 people that want to be moved to shopping, I believe, and 284 that want to be moved to work. And then we touched on a little bit how we've got just a very few people that want to go out of town right now. We'll look at that later. And then we noticed that there is on the top left an overlay that shows us where people want to go. So this is a good indication, I think, of where we should put our transit lines, right? It seems like you'd want to go where there's the most people traffic currently. I'm guessing this is people taking their own vehicles on our roads. So if we can provide public transit options, that will be a boost. Now we just got to figure out a strategy. So, for example, we see that we've got a fairly dark blue line here coming. I think it's blue. I'm colorblind. Coming down the middle town. So we could do a bus route that just goes up and down this town, right? We have a couple stops along the way, maybe on both sides, and all that bus does is goes up and down. The other option we could do is start to divide the town into quadrants and say have a bus route that goes around this square here on the top left, then one that, you know, goes around the bottom left. You get the picture. And then at the corners, that's where people can kind of hop off one line and get onto another. So if I live over here, I can hop on the line that maybe goes this way and takes me down here, and then get off the bus, hop on a line over here, and that takes me to work or something down on the opposite corner of the map. I don't know what the best strategy is. I really, really don't. I'm leaning a little towards the quadrants, to tell you the truth. Why don't we start with that and just see how it goes? So we'll do some experimenting and we'll see if this is profitable for us or not. I'm going to leave the clock running at double speed. But let's get started. I'm going to close my window. Hold on one second. I've got the bane of all YouTubers across the world, and that is leaf blowers and circular saws. So I happen to have a leaf blower going outside my window, so I'm going to close it. All right, let's do bus stops. We'll go into vehicles, or the, what does this say? Road. Buildings. Here they are. It's the very first thing. Bus or tram stop. Ooh. We need to think if we want trams, too. That keeps the pollution low, I believe. Well, the stops are going to be the same either way. Trams, yeah, we'll have to think about that. I didn't even consider it. So let's do a bus route that covers this main square over here in the top left of our city. And let's run the bus on the inside of that square. So the stops are all going to be on the right side of the road. So let's do that. How about here? Maybe in the middle here. Boom. And then another one somewhere down here on this side. I don't think I can do it at the end of an intersection, so we can do it somewhere here. And how about one over here? Right. These are cheap. The vehicles may not be cheap. There's nobody over here yet, but this area is going to grow, so let's put a stop there anyway. Maybe people want to go out to the park. But there's no park there, but open land. All right, so now I've got bus stops around that corner. And this is not a tutorial, by the way. I'm just experimenting. So I don't I don't know if this is going to work out to be good or not. I'm just explaining what I'm doing. So now we got to think about, do we want to do trams? Where would that be? That's not rail, I don't think. We may not even have the ability. Can I find out? I want to find out if we can even buy these vehicles. We might need to build this tram depot first to even see, right? Let's go to the vehicle manager. Yeah, I don't even have the option to buy vehicles. I'm just wondering if in 1852, do we have trams available to us? I gotta think we probably do. We could put a tram station right up here and experiment with that. We've got 700 grand now. We're making some cash. This is good. Let's try trams for the heck of it. Buses are easy. Let's go into buildings. I'm going to go ahead and build this tram station. Whoa, it's big. This I might keep into town. Where should I put it? I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, that's interesting, huh? I wouldn't do that, but good, put it right in this residential area. Sorry, bear with me. It's not very expensive, actually. Should we do something goofy like this? And have it kind of in the middle of an area like that? I kind of like having that little place for U-turn. What about... overthinking it. As per usual, I'm going to shift and hit the M key. If you hold the shift down, it gives you a little bit finer tuning on the rotation. Looks pretty good. Let's just do it. Now, in order to use these trams, well, first let's see if we can buy any. Do we have vehicles here? Horse-drawn streetcar. Yep, we do. So it's not electrified, but it does run on rails in the road. But in order to run those, I got to upgrade the roads. So let's take a look at that. Okay, the medium country road. Okay, here is upgrade. Here's curved, straight. Are there special... Oh. I think if I click on a road... Oh, let's see. I don't know why else I've done this. I believe there's a way to upgrade the roads. Where is that? I thought there used to be a tool for this. Oh, man. Let me see if we can figure that out. Where would that be? A tool to upgrade the roads so that they can be tram lines. Buildings. Waypoints. Tools. Okay, upgrade streets with tram tracks. There it is right there. Boom. Not cheap. Not cheap. What is cheap? That's not much at all, right? Let's do it. Let's do all of it. Boom. Boom. At least this whole block. Right? So we're going to come around and we're going to follow around in a circle to the right. 704. 704. Okay, we've got a complete block here. Let's do a line. We need to check our production lines too. I'm gonna detour here for a second. I'm gonna pay off 500 grand in debt. Boom. So we're not accruing interest while I'm dawdling here. And yeah, we first need a line. Let's do it. Okay, build a headquarters for your company. We'll do that in a minute. New line. We want 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, it should return to the last one at the end. That's our line. Let's call this Carrollton Tram Northwest 1. How about that? Northwest 1. And we know Tram is people. So let's just leave it like that. And now let's add a vehicle. We'll go into the vehicle manager here. Yeah, I need to click on the depot. And let's get 2 horse-drawn streetcars. Select them both and put them on that line. Boom. Off we go. Let's see how these guys look. Cool. So horse-drawn rail cars. Kind of cool. And we'll see how they do. I suppose I could stop one. There's a button right here. So I've got this tram selected, and if you look over to the right, there's a button here to stop and start it. Let's let this guy get a head start a bit, maybe to the other side, and then we'll turn this one on. They're not right next to each other. We're not picking up anybody yet. We'll see. This could be totally unprofitable. This may not be the best route. All right, that guy's on the opposite side. Let's put this guy back on. Boom. And we'll just see if passengers start showing up. I think they will. Over time. I don't know. There's one right there. Oh. We got one person waiting. Cool. Not bad. Let's let that little experiment run. Meanwhile, let's check our oil and fuel production line. See how this guy's doing. We've got huge overloaded situation here. So let's add a bunch more to this guy. Manage vehicle. And let's add at least 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to the crude oil to the oil refinery. That line. Got 6 vehicles selected. I'm adding 6 more just by clicking the duplicate button for a total of 30 vehicles on that segment. How are we doing over here? This looks like it's backed up. It is. Let's add 6 more to this guy. Click on any vehicle. It doesn't matter. I got 1 selected. Let's add 6 more. 5 selected. 6 selected. It says right there. I'll duplicate. Just double check the route. Oil to the fuel refinery. And that's what I want. Boom. We're scaling this up. And now let's check over the fuel. Fuel is still good. These trucks are able to keep up and get that fuel into town. Not a problem. Now let's take a look at our tools line. Still overloaded here. Might be because the town is growing. Let's do it. You know the routine. Manage vehicle. We'll go 8 more here. Just because this has been a persistent shortage. In fact, we're going to go 10. 10 new vehicles. We've got the cash, I believe. Boom. 42 vehicles on that one little route. They don't carry much. This is the early days. Horse-drawn wagons. This looks okay on planks, but we just added a bunch of carriages that are going to bring more logs to our sawmill. So I expect this is going to start to climb. I'm going to add maybe 4 vehicles here. And there's lots of different ways to add the vehicles. I just have this technique. Just what I stumbled across first, that's what I'm doing. Ooh, look at the condition of our vehicles is bad. So we're going to need to think about that as well, what the consequences are of that. But for now, let's get our 4 vehicles added to the plank route. Or line, I should say. Boom. And then let's check the tools themselves. Ooh, my gosh. Maybe 4 more here just to be safe. This is where we make the big cash, I think, taking these into town. And this is what's driving the growth of our town. So oh, we're running low on cash. How much are these? Let's see if we can get 4 to start. I want more. There's 4. Can we get 2 more? Nope. We're in the negative at the moment. If you look at the bottom left, we're going to come out of that here in a second. I'd love to get 2 more on here. I'm basically just waiting for the cash to accrue. Not sure how much these cost. Let's try it. 2 vehicles selected. Not yet. Not yet. Oh man, how much are these? I really don't want to take a loan if we can help it. I'd like to get our loan down so we're not paying interest every quarter. That money adds up. That's money we could spend on investment or more vehicles. Okay, I'm just watching the numbers climb here in the bottom left. It should get maybe to 60. Okay, there. That let us get 2 more. Can we do 1 more? Probably not. So we added 6 here. That might do us okay. All right, so we did a little balancing on the oil and the tools, or fuel and tools, I should say. Let's take a look at the city stats. We're at 170% bonus to our growth. I believe that's what that is. And we are doing pretty good. Town is growing. How about our little people route here? Is anybody... I only see 1 person at the bus stop. Or tram stop. Here comes the tram. Got 1 person. So this is not a popular line. Not yet. Not yet. I think it will be, but we'll see. This one's got 2 people. So now we got to decide, do we want to go with that or not? That design. I'm kind of inclined to keep trying. I'm sure that line's not profitable. Let's take a look. Well, it is, barely. Made $411. We've moved. We got 5 people on board right now. They can't get very far, though. Now, if we join these up, if I join up another line here is what I'm thinking. Let's do that. Let's do another line. We got to upgrade the roads to take trams. That's in the building menu under tools. Like this guy, let's upgrade this. We don't need to do trams. I'm just doing it for something different. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to put another square. And I know I kind of left off this square. I'm going to do another square with 4 stops. And see what that does for us. I want to stay on the right side of the road. Kind of on the inside lanes. Otherwise, our trams are going to do crazy things. Let's designate a route or a line. Be easy to do. Oh, I got to zoom in, make sure I pick the right one. Boom. And you. 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 I think that's right. And let's call that... New line, new line. What happened here? What did I do? Did I not do new line? Oh, I didn't do new line. new line. Let's try it again. Is that right? There are two here. I'm just not sure why. I've only got one icon here, and it's between my two stations. Want this one. You. Okay, and you. You. And you. That looks right. Now let's name it. This be Carrollton Tram. This is kind of northeast one. Putting the number on there because we're probably going to have like multiple in each quadrant. So that's at least going to get me to look somewhere close by where it might be. Boom. And let's start with 2 trams on this one too. We'll come into the depot. Horse-drawn streetcar. We've only got one choice. Boom. And this is northeast one. Boom. There we go. And then why don't we do... We've got some time. Why don't we do the bottom 2 corners as well? Do the same thing. Upgrade all our roads. We are making money, which is good. Tools. I've got us on medium difficulty. We'll see how that plays out. It seems like we're not having too much trouble yet. These, why is this showing red? Oh, 704. Boom. Okay. Boom. Sure. 1152. Okay. And I want to come all the way through. Boom. And then up here. That's the square I want. I'm not going to bother with this road in between. We'll get to those most likely. But then again, we may tear out all these roads and do all kinds of strange stuff later when we want to really scale up the town. Let's put our stations down. I'm going to do the same thing inside the inside lane. Again, I'm expecting businesses and things to sprout up over here, so that's why I'm putting stations there. That one's already there. Did I do them all? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Did I get them all? Over here. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Let's escape out of that. Do our line. New line. Nope, I didn't. That is a truck station. That's the one that confused me. Let's go in here and get one more station here. Now the downside is trucks are going to queue up here, slowing down our transit. But that's all right. We'll just have to deal with it. Replace existing. And I only have one on the road. Interesting how up above this guy it says replace existing. Replace existing. And it's highlighting that one down there. Can you only have one station? Anyway, we can put it back here. Boom. Now let's do our line. We want new line. Or I guess we're on the line 1. It's fine. You. And I want to make sure it's... this guy right here, right? Yeah, it's that side of the road. You. And that's tram line, and that's tram line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop on every leg of the square here. We'll name that. You can probably guess. Carrollton Tram Southeast 1. Boom. Same routine. We'll get a couple trams on that. My vehicles. 1, 2. And we want the southeast. that's that. We're making money. You can see we're almost up to 500,000. We could pay off some debt here pretty soon. Maybe. We'll probably invest in trucking. Okay, I see little people here. Ooh, look at this. 19 people waiting at the Northeast Station. Wow. Where did that come from? Look at all these folks. Might want to put another one on there. So this approach may work. I want to do one more square here. Again, I'm going to keep it running at double speed, especially while we're profitable. I don't know that time is a huge issue, and that's why I kind of put us down at a quarter speed for the technology upgrades. Kind of want to keep this running. All right, second verse, just like the first. Roads first. Tools, upgrade. We want this full path. And we need probably that just to be safe. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to do the wide circle here, the wide square. I think we're good. That intersection, I think, is covered. Okay, escape out of that. Bus stops. Tram stops, I guess I should say, to be appropriate. There's one. And this guy, I just want to make sure I got the right section here. I want you on this side. You can be right across from the other one if you want. Boom. And this one can be maybe here. And the last one here. No one's over there yet, but eventually we'll have some businesses here, or residential, I believe. Okay, our line. New line. One. Double check. I want to make sure I grab the right one here because it's pretty catastrophic if I don't get the right one. That guy. This guy. This guy. Name it. Last step, get some vehicles on there. We've got plenty of cash. Nice, nice, nice. We're going to have to scale this up, obviously, too. We're getting some passengers. This is Southwest. Okay, so we got 2 trams in every line. We can see, look at this. We're already getting a ton of passenger traffic. Nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's take a look at doing a round of balancing here. Take a look at our city, Carrollton. 80% bonus on supply. We can see this. I won't read off all the numbers. We're taking a hit on pollution, oddly enough. Didn't think the trams would cause much pollution. But we're taking a little bit of a hit there, and the town is growing. Destinations, we're slowly getting people that want to go out of town. This has gone up quite a bit, and line usage is at 16%. Whoops. We're getting a bonus here as well from that. It's kind of offsetting the pollution. That's good. Whoops. Sorry, I keep hitting escape when I want to just close that window. Let's do the rounds on our industry. Again, this is our first little city. So we're kind of focusing pretty local right now. The next thing we'll do is we're probably going to do something very similar next. We're going to try and find another city that has some local synergies here where we can supply the products with factories that are pretty close by. But we'll hunt for that later. We saw one down here. I thought it was down here, wasn't it? I don't remember. I'm going to get distracted if I do it, though. Let's stay where we're at. But that's what we're working on now. Focusing on this and leveling this up as much as we can. All right, how are we doing on logs? Oh, man, I still see a ton. That's actually gotten worse. We've got plenty of cash. We're going to do the same routine here for a while, I guess. Oh, I wonder if the maintenance is an issue. Bad, 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 bad. Vehicle condition is 31. Let's see. I'm in the vehicle manager. If I select all, manage vehicle. All right. I'm thinking about upping the maintenance. We have some cash on hand. don't know if this is worth doing. Let's do it though. Right here, configure the maintenance. Let's go, bam, and watch our profits dive. Running costs go up 25%. Boom. Now, these guys should, I believe, over time their condition should improve. We'll see what happens to our budget. I think we tell here. Let's pick one vehicle and just see if it shows. Condition mediocre. Does it show the maintenance on this guy? Details. Color. Capacity. Maintenance high. Okay. Maintenance set to keep the vehicle at mediocre condition. Alright. Alright. How about this guy? High. Okay, so it should... Hopefully it'll make its way from bad condition up to mediocre. We'll see. I'm not totally up to speed on what that dynamic's going to do. I'm guessing it's going to reduce pollution, but I don't know how a carriage can really pollute, more or less. And I think it impacts the speed of the vehicle if they're not doing so good on their maintenance. Anyway, we'll experiment with that. We need to add more this route. Let's do it. At least 4, right? I'll pick one of these guys. Manage vehicles. How about 6? 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I can just look at this little indicator, but I keep forgetting. It says 6 vehicles selected. I'm going to hit clone. Boom. We now got 48. We now have 48 carriages on that. What are we doing over here? This line's keeping up just fine. We don't have a backlog of planks, so that's nothing to worry about. And how are we doing over here? We do have a backlog of tools. Let's add tools. I thought we just added a bunch here. Let's go for... We got 28. Let's go for 6 more. You've got the cash. Okay. And we'll come back and check and see how this is doing. The town is growing. So as demand increases and the orders increase, the our logging forest here is going to produce more logs and put them on this cargo station. So that's why we have to keep adding. I believe. Let's look at the oil. We haven't been here in a while. We're still don't have enough carriages for this. So let's add 8 to this guy if we have the cash to do it. That'll take this up to 38. Got 8. Actually, let's do 10. So we don't have to keep doing this routine. Boom. Huge investment there. How are we doing over here? Ooh, I can't tell. Not great. Let's add 8 here too. I'll take what I think I need and maybe double it, or at least go 1.5 times. I'm gonna go 8. And just double check the line. This is oil to the fuel refinery. Yep. Boom. That's a bit of a trek. That could be. In fact, why don't we do 4 more? Because that's quite a haul. Okay, we're spending all our money. And finally, fuel. Ooh. Fuel is even backed up. Hopefully our town's not backed up. Doesn't look like it. The roads, I mean. Manage vehicle. I'm going to do 5, 6. Fuel into Carrollton. Boom. All right, we've spent most of the money we made. Let's see where our finances lie. We are 2 million in debt. Started 5 million in debt. We paid off a bunch of that. We're out of the gate, but we hung around at 2.5 million for a while, and now we're down to 2 million. And we are generating income. Now let's look at balancing our trams. I mean, this is crazy, right? Can I see from the line view how our trams are doing. Frequency 109 seconds, 34. We've got only one is profitable. We've got 3 other lines that are losing money. And I'm just not sure how to read into these numbers. Maybe the little helper guy will tell me. Okay, the route overview displays detailed information about all lines. The frequency of a line indicates the time interval between the vehicles. The rate measures the number of goods or passengers a line can transport per year, and the yield shows the current annual profit or loss. The rate measures the number of goods it can transport per year. I see. These lines don't have many people on them. This says 10 out of 10. So I guess we should add a couple trams to Northeast 1, at least, right? Gate lines can be filtered by vehicle type. There is also text to search to quickly find lines, and the columns in the route overview can be sorted and filtered. All right, good. Let's add a couple to this line. Can I click on this guy? Manage vehicles. Let's select them all and double. Boom. That's our profitable one. Has the most riders on it. Looks like Southwest 1 just barely turned a profit, but they're not full. So let's not bother with those yet. Let's let this thing kind of grow organically. And again, I think if I click on the lines, we can kind of see what we've got. Yeah, there are 4 lines kind of running in a circle here. That one, that one, that one, and where is Northwest 1? This guy here. So we are moving people. Are we making money off of that overall? Yeah, we're making money over that with that overall. You can see the extra capacity here with the 2 trams that we just added. Horse-drawn streetcars, I guess. Already full again, 20 and 20. Why don't we add 2 more? The risk of ruining our profits here. Let's do it. Not enough money. How much are these, I wonder? I want to try and stay at 2 million debt. I don't want to keep going in debt. Let's see. I got 6. Okay, let's try now. Okay, good. We were able to do it. Not too bad. We'll let everything run for a bit and balance out. And now we might want to think about what that next town is going to be. And spend a little time here at the end of the episode doing that. I thought we saw one. I thought it was down here. It had stuff nearby. Products here, or goods. This little box here with the tape on top. That is a long production chain. I think that's a tough one to do. Bricks and bread. There is grain to bread. Is there a farm nearby? There's a farm way down here. We could potentially use a ship to bring that over. But it's got to get to here. I guess a ship wouldn't make sense. It's probably a good route for a train. It's a little far away. That looks a little tough. Lafayette. Let's see what else. We got any other towns? Plano. Yeah, it's got those goods. That's hard to produce. It's got fuel. We have fuel. We could train it over there, but not yet. Some farms there. Chattanooga. Products again. That's a hard one. Believe goods. Yep. These are the islands. They're going to be maybe for later. We should probably stick to the mainland. Henderson. Tools and machinery, I believe. There's machinery. There's tools. Do we have planks nearby? Don't see planks. You guys might. I don't see them. Planks way up there. Planks would have to come to here. And then we need the iron, which means iron and coal. We have that nearby. Got coal. We've got iron over there. That's not horrible. That's a pretty long run. for trucks. But we could get coal and iron over here and produce the steel. Boom. And then we need planks. That would mean getting wood to this guy. That's not bad. Wood here. Planks. Bring that over here. And that would get us machinery into Henderson. And then these planks could actually feed this tool factory as well. Right? And then we could take tools in. So Henderson is a candidate. Write this down. I'm going to forget. That's a candidate. It's not... These aren't super duper close. Not super duper close. That is a candidate. That's a candidate. In fact, we can do tools even easier. Here's wood, the planks to tools right here. The tools is real easy. And the machinery is a little bit tougher. Little bit tougher. We could send planks from up here if we wanted. Or we could do it from way down here. I'm not sure which one's closer. Probably up there, because we would probably be investing in roads. Yeah, Henderson is a candidate. Let's keep looking, though. Henderson. Try and remember that. Garland looks tough with those products or goods. Bread here. I see plenty of wheat. Is there a mill or bakery or whatever we need? Where do we produce the bread? Way out there is a food processing plant. That's too far for now. Want something where we can generate some profit relatively easy without getting into huge infrastructure investments early on like this. Oh, here's easy. Gilbert, look at this. Stone to bricks straight into town. And then we've got tools not far out. Can we get planks to this guy? I see planks up here. The wood over to planks down here. Then tools. Not great. That's a long... This is kind of a long run. This isn't super close either. This is awesome. Here, this stone to brick into Gilbert. And we could do a town and just do one of the requirements, I suppose. What else we got near Gilbert? Garland we saw. These guys on the outskirts, I think, are going to be a little harder. Okay, the condition of multiple vehicles is very poor. Yeah, we did update the maintenance on some of them. We may have to do more. As vehicles in poor condition cause additional emissions, and vehicles can be maintained or replaced to reduce emissions. All right, we'll get to that sometime, maybe next episode. Keep doing what we're doing. Bread and machinery. There's machinery. Don't see bread nearby. Worcester. Doesn't look that promising. Long Beach, tools and bricks. There's... Let's see. Wood to planks to tools and into town is pretty easy. Don't see stone nearby. There's a bunch of dead space right here where that mountain is. Yeah, I don't see a way to get tools. Not tools, sorry. The bricks, or the construction materials, I think they're called. Daly City. Arlington. Bread and fuel. Wasn't Arlington the one that we thought was... No, that's where our people want to go. Or some of our people want to go. Roseville. Bread looks easy. We're making fuel. That can be our first train line. Got farm. What is that? Grain or something? grain over to the processing plant straight into town, Roseville. And then we could, if we wanted to get ambitious, here's Carrollton. Fuel. We could do a boat and we could ship some fuel over to Roseville. It would mean trucking it from our refinery up here, probably quite a ways. But that might be interesting. That could be fun. I'm not sure if how profitable our boat endeavor would be, but it would be kind of fun. We could potentially send back, well, we don't have trees nearby this thing. This sawmill. That's kind of unfortunate. There's no trees near that thing. We could bring logs down and take back. No, we got to bring fuel down. We do have logs right here. That's not bad, right? Roseville just to the south of us. And then we saw Henderson. We thought maybe we could do that. More complex product chain. A little bit more complex. Because we got to bring the coal and the iron into the steel mill. Whereas for our oil, we've just had to bring crude oil over. Looks like this truck is backed up. So yeah, we'll give it some thought. Maybe I'll look between episodes a little bit more at some of the towns a little closer, see if we're missing anything. Long Beach here, we don't have wood. We're okay. Yeah, we saw this one. Wood to planks to tools into town. We didn't have the bricks or the construction materials anywhere close. All right, we're making money for now. Let's wrap this one here. We're doing pretty good. I think we're doing pretty good for a little nascent transport empire. We're on medium difficulty. It seems like we're doing okay, but we've gone pretty safe with just trucks, a few trams. That's really about it. I'm kind of thinking about leaning towards doing the shipping here and bringing fuel into Roseville. That might be interesting. Anyway, for now, this is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Special thanks to those of you who've been giving a thumbs up to the earlier videos in this series. I do believe that helps my tiny channel grow, and I really appreciate it. And I will see all of you in the very next episode.